I think I'm quite pleased it's gone back to the way it was. I don't think MD's really enjoyed the short one at the moment. I might be regretting saying that come the summer. I think that's the way it is. I think at times you regret it. We were complaining a couple of years ago because players were playing for one team and then moving to another team before the window was closed. We didn't think it was quite right. But I do think that it seemed like a disadvantage. I think it's a disadvantage probably to more of the top clubs than the clubs that say at the in lower leagues or lower down. But I think the top clubs want to be able to deal right up to the last minute with all the other clubs throughout Europe. Well, I went to watch them against Tottenham and they played really well. So the result didn't go their way, but sometimes that happens with teams. You can play very well and don't get results. I would be happy to play badly and get a result. So that's the way it is at the moment for it. It changes. I think that the result at Tottenham the other day wasn't quite right, but ultimately they have lost a couple of games in a row.
Every team has a cycle, and maybe the cycle of this particular team is sort of on the way down. Is that why you're not the exceptional opponent anymore that you once were?
I think we are a good team. I like the way we played this season. We cannot deny the distance is big. 22 points, we didn't expect it, honestly, in the beginning of the season. But it's a reality. We have to accept it, we have to face it, we have to learn about it. But I like my team. I don't have not much bad opinions about our performance.
I don't think in football it'd be much tougher. There's only a few clubs in Europe you would even call tougher games. But it's also a challenge what you've got to try and say. I said it in a conference the other week there. Whoever the best teams are, someone's out there trying to plot to beat them. All the managers are thinking what system can I beat them with, what players can I beat them with. You only need to look at Manchester City's success in recent seasons has been exceptional. But Liverpool have gone out to find ways of getting better players, a better team to beat them. So people will now be out to try and beat Liverpool. That's what happens in football. Happened quite a lot in my time at Manchester United. Everybody was out to try and beat Manchester United and teams improved. I think that's the way football goes. So we'll go to both the games knowing that it's not an easy task, but we'll try everything we can to get a result.
Any chances that you might come to Manchester City, or what the situation is?
He's a player from Barcelona, he will stay there. That is my wish. Stay in Barcelona, so I'm not going to talk about the players for the other club.
But as someone knows him well, I'm not going to ask you about signing him. I'm going to ask you whether you think he might play for another European side ever, or whether that's just Barcelona.
I think he's going to finish his career there.
Do you think it's going to be weeks, months? Have you got any idea?
No.
How much of a problem is it being without Raheem?
It's a problem. But it's a problem when we were without Gundo 6 months the first year, and Laporte this season 4 or 5 months with Laporte. So it's always a problem, but it's what it is. So during the season it's happened, these kind of things, unfortunately, especially for the players.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.